My name is Sean Hileski, and I am 33 years old. Sometime late last year, my wife Sarah and I decided it was time to try to have a baby. Sarah and I both are over 30, and many of our friends have had kids long ago. We were both finally in a stable part of our lives, and what better time than now? After a few months of stressing about trying to get pregnant, we finally succeeded this past January. It's now November, and the baby is due in a couple of days. I'm truly excited because we are having a boy. His name is Gavin. I am also excited to be able to pass on my knowledge and interest to him. If I was to give a couple who was struggling to have kids some advice, I would say stop stressing about it. We also struggled for a few months. We were very stressed out. We even gave up at one point, which allowed us just to stop stressing. That was when it happened for us.
I'm excited about being a grandparent because it's always nice to pass on to the next generation, and it makes me proud of Sean and Sarah. If I were to give some advice to couples who are struggling to have kids, it would be to never stop trying and to pray about it.
I'm excited about being a grandparent because it's going to be out of this world. If I was to give some advice to a couple who is struggling to have kids, it would be just to take it easy. It will come. If the Lord wants it to happen, it will happen. There's also other options, such as adoption.
This morning is November 7th, and things didn't really go completely according to the plan that we thought. Kylo! Let's go! Come on! And, we're about to go in, and we're about to go in, and Sarah's going to be induced.
Leading up to this day, I was so naive. I never had any brothers or sisters, and I was never close enough to any friends to experience childbirth before. I knew labor would be hard for Sarah, but the doctor was so optimistic. He said that it would be hard, but he believed in Sarah and that she could do it. I truly thought we would get to the hospital and they would administer the Pitocin drug to induce Sarah, and then she would have the baby no problem naturally within hours. I never realized just how hard the next 4 days would be.
You said 5:38? 3:38. Oh, that's it's been a long night. Really just testing your health. Soul's coming. This time we're gonna have a baby, right? Yeah.
She's all hooked up.
It's moving.
It's moving.
Yep.
It's all hooked up. She's got her IV port in, and the nurse is gonna call the doctor.
Nearly 36 hours later, due to complications and lack of labor progress, doctor made the decision to perform an emergency C-section operation. Gavin James Hileski was born at 5:20 p.m. on November 8, 2018.
Yeah, I am. Mama's gonna eat everything. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Which number did you say, young lady?
3:38.
38. Very
My name is Sarah Hileski.
I'm 31 years old, and I've been with my husband, Sean, for 7 years. Some may want to know why we waited so long to have a child. We just felt like focusing on our own lives in our 20s. We also weren't completely stable financially until recently. We wanted to be married and to have our own home before we even thought about having a child. This all happened within the past year and a half. I am so excited for the next chapter in our lives. I feel like being a parent is going to change both of us for the better. If I were to give a couple who is struggling to have kids some advice, I would say there's a lot of options out there and to not be disheartened if you cannot have your own child.
I am ecstatic to meet my son's baby. Having your child have a child of their own is very exciting. Everyone loves babies, and I am looking forward to loving and helping to nourish this child physically, mentally, and spiritually. It will be nice to have a baby that I can love like my own, but leave at the end of the day. If I was to give some advice to couples who are struggling to have kids, it would be to never give up or stop believing.
I am excited to be able to be a source of knowledge when it comes to raising this child, nourishing physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and then being able to go home at the end of the day. If I was to give some advice to couples who are struggling to have kids, it would be to seek wise counsel of those that have gone through the same thing.
Gavin, now that you are here, we are so happy and excited. You are the cutest kid I have ever known. I want to let you know that Mommy and Daddy love you and that you are our everything. If you ever need anything, we are here. Your grandparents also love you. We all will always be here for you.